हेलो एवरीवन, साइंस के वीडियो सीरीज में आपका स्वागत है। हाउ इज़ अ लायंस कलरेशन बेनिफिशियल इन ग्रासलैंड्स एंड व्हाट फीचर्स हेल्प अ डियर अवॉइड प्रेडेटर्स। द लायंस लाइट ब्राउन कलर हेल्प्स इट hide in dry grasslands. A deer has long ears for hearing and eyes on the side of its head for vigilance. तो लायन को किस तरह से हेल्प करता है ग्रासलैंड्स? जो ड्राई ग्रासलैंड्स होता है वो कैसा होता है? ब्राउन कलर का। तो जो लायन का भी कलर होता है वो लाइट ब्राउन कलर होता है, तो इसलिए वो हाइड कर जाता है उसमें ईजिली। साथ ही साथ जो डियर रहता है ना, वो किस तरह से अवॉइड करते हैं अपने प्रेडेटर्स को? उसके पास लॉन्ग ईयर्स होते हैं ताकि वो सुन सके, और जो आंखें होती हैं वो हेड के साइड में होती है ताकि वो आराम से देख सके। How are aquatic animals adapted to the sea? And how do some breathe without gills? Streamlined bodies help sea animals move easily. Some, like dolphins, breathe through nostrils or blowholes. जो nostrils होते हैं या blowholes होते हैं dolphins के पास, वो उनसे सांसें लेती हैं। How do aquatic plants differ from terrestrial plants? And what is the role of the roots in the aquatic plants? Aquatic plants have reduced roots. जो aquatic plants होते हैं उसके पास reduced roots होते हैं. Stems are long, hollow and light. Roots anchor plants in place. Aquatic plants have reduced roots. Stems are hollow, long and light, and roots anchor plants in place. How do frogs adapt to both pond water and land? And what is the role of respiration in the living organisms? Frogs have webbed feet for swimming and strong back legs for leaping. Respiration is necessary for obtaining energy from the food. How do earthworms and fish exchange gases, and how does the process differ in plants? Earthworms breathe through their skin. Fish have gills for oxygen from water, and plants exchange gases through the leaves. What is acclimation and how does it differ from adaptation? Acclimation का मतलब होता है short term adjustments to a new or changing environment. Adaptation का मतलब होता है long term evolutionary changes to adjust to a new or changing environment. Acclimation involves short term changes to immediate surroundings, and adaptation occurs over thousands of years. What is excretion and how do plants eliminate waste products? Excretion is the removal of the waste products. Some plants store waste within or release it as secretions. How do animals reproduce, and what is the common between the reproduction of animals and plants? Animals reproduce through eggs or giving birth. Plants reproduce through seeds, and reproduction is common to all living things. तो एनिमल या तो अंडे दे सकती है या डायरेक्टली बर्थ दे सकती है। तो अंडे किसका किसका होगा? ऑक्टोपस का अंडा, गूस का अंडा, फिश का अंडा, चिकन का अंडा। और बर्थ बिल्ली का अंडा तो नहीं होगा, बिल्ली पैदा करेगी, रैबिट पैदा करेगी, डियर पैदा करेगी, पैंडा पैदा करेगी। Why is reproduction essential for the survival of organism types? Organism types can survive only if they reproduce their own kind. Individual organisms may die without reproducing. How did people initially transport goods, and what was used for transport along water routes? People used to move on foot or with animals. Boats, initially made up of simple logs, were used for water transport. What invention revolutionized modes of the transport, and how did it impact travel until the 19th century? The wheel, animal power, was used for wheeled vehicles until the steam engine's invention. What new sources of power transformed transportation in the 19th and 20th centuries? The steam engine, railroads, automobiles, motorized boats, ships, airplanes, electric trains, monorails, supersonic planes, spacecraft. What was the significance of the French creating the metric system in 1790? So metric system कब डेवलप हुआ और किसने डेवलप किया था? फ्रेंच लोगों ने सर कब किया था? 1790 में. And it established a standard unit of measurement for uniformity. What is the international system of units SI? And what is its unit of length? SI is a set of standard units. The SI unit of length is meter. How is a meter divided? And what is the largest unit for measuring the large distance? A meter is divided into 100 centimeters. The largest unit is kilometer. Why is it crucial to choose a suitable measuring device and give examples of suitable devices? Different objects require different measuring devices. Tailor uses tape, cloth merchant uses a meter rod, and a 15 centimeter scale for small measurements. What are the considerations for accurate length measurement and how do you handle broken scale ends? Place the scale in contact with the object. Avoid 0 marks if broken. Use a full mark, then subtract from the other end. Why is the correct position of the eye important when measuring length? The eye must be in front of the point being measured. Different positions can result in different readings. What is periodic motion and provide examples of objects exhibiting this type of motion? Periodic motion repeats after a fixed interval. Examples include the pendulum, a swinging child, guitar strings, and drum surfaces. How can distance measurements help determine the speed of motion? Distance measurements reveal changes in position, allowing the determination of speed. Give examples of objects or organisms exhibiting motion. Snail on the ground, a butterfly, a river flowing, an airplane flying, the moon orbiting the earth, and blood flowing in our bodies. What are objects that like torch, bulbs, and sun called? Why? Luminous objects, they emit their own light. Define opaque, transparent, and translucent objects. Opaque objects block light. Transparent objects allow a clear passage of light, while translucent objects allow some light but not clear visibility. How do shadows provide information about the objects and what can sometimes mislead about their shape? Shadows reveal object shapes. They can occasionally mislead about objects' actual shape. What causes circular images of the sun under a tree and what acts as pinholes in their scenario? Gaps between the leaves create circular images and the gaps act as pinholes. What provides electricity to the torch bulb and where else are electric cells used? An electric cell provides electricity to the bulb. Cells are used in the alarm clocks, wristwatches, radios, cameras, etc. Explain the design of a torch bulb, including its terminal and filament. The bulb has a glass case, a metallic base, and a filament giving off light, and two terminals, one connected to the metal case and the other to the metal tip at the base. How is an electric circuit created, and when does a bulb glow in a circuit? An electric circuit is formed by connecting the terminals of an electric cell to those of a bulb. The bulb glows when the current flows through the filament. Why might an electric bulb not glow even when connected to the cell? And what is a common reason for bulb fusing? A bulb may not glow if fused. The filament breakage is common cause of bulb fusion. Describe the functioning of a switch and when it is considered on or off. A switch completes or breaks a circuit. On means the circuit is complete and off means the circuit is broken. देखिए काफ़ी सिंपल से स्टेटमेंट्स थे, एनसीईआरटीज़ के बेसिक क्वेश्चंस ही हैं, लेकिन एक बार रीडिंग करने में कुछ जाता नहीं, इसलिए मैं सिर्फ रीड कर दिया. इसमें से जो क्रक्स होगा ऑब्वियसली वो सारी चीज़ें ऑलरेडी हम लोगों ने बचपन में पढ़ी है, लेकिन वन टाइम रीडिंग इज़ ऑलवेज मैंडेटरी सजेस्टेबल, तो आप रीड करके छोड़ दीजिए. मिलते हैं आपसे अगली वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बाय.